Hello guys, welcome to our channel. In this video we are going to see how to configure elastic load balancer in AWS, more specifically the classic load balancer. So what is load balancing? So load balancing in general is a common mechanism to evenly distribute the incoming traffic among available servers. And elastic load balancer is an EC2 service which automates this process of evenly distributing the traffic, the incoming traffic among the EC2 instances associated with it. It also balances traffic to EC2 instance launch across different availability zones. So we'll take a look at this in a moment. As of now, there are three types of load balancers available. The first is classic load balancers, also known as previous generation load balancer. Application load balancer, which operates on the application layer of OSI model. And the third one is the network load balancer, which operates on the network layer of the OSI model. So let's log into AWS console. So I am logged into AWS management console. From there I will navigate to EC2 management console by clicking on EC2 from recently visited services. Here I will take you to the instances tab. As you can see, I have already launched to EC2 instance in a different availability zone. Web server 1 has been launched in the US East 1A, while web server 2 has been launched in US East 1B. So I have also installed web server on this EC2 instances. So let's grab IP addresses of this EC2 instances and check what the application installed on these instances say. So the IP address of the web server 1, I have copied it. I'll paste it in the browser. So the application installed on web server 1 says hello from web server 1. Now I'm copying the IP address of the web server 2. I'll paste it in the browser. So the application installed on web server 2 is saying hello from web server 2. So as you can see, I have already configured the instances, EC2 instances. Next, I'll go to the load balancing section, which comes under EC2 management console only. So I'll click on load balancers. As of now, I have not configured any of the load balancers. So I'll click on create load balancer button. So as discussed previously, there are three types of load balancer: application load balancer, network load balancer, and classic load balancer. In this video we are going to configure classic load balancers. Application load balancers and network load balancers are subject to a different video. So I'll click on the create button here. So I'll provide a valid name for the load balancer here. Web server load balancer. So I do not have any other VPC configured, so I'll select the default VPC. So we have an option to create an internal load balancer or a public facing load balancer. So this is going to be a public facing load balancer. And next we'll look at the listener configuration rules. These rules are responsible for routing the incoming request to your application load balancer. So we have enabled HTTP traffic on port 80 for the load balancer and HTTP traffic on port 80 for the instances. Next we click on the assign security groups button. So we have to provide security groups the same way we provide security groups for the EC2 instances. Since I only need to allow incoming HTTP traffic on port 80, I'll select one of the security groups that I had created earlier. So I have selected that. Next I click on the configure security settings. So here we get a warning that we need to improve your load balancer security. This is because we have configured the load balancer on HTTP and the incoming traffic on HTTP is never encrypted. So I will provide you a link in the description below which points to the AWS documentation about configuring load balancers on HTTPS. For that we need to configure SSL certificates and all. Next I'll click on configure health check. So the health check determines if the EC2 instance is healthy or not by accessing the index.html on each of the two EC2 instances. That is the meaning of ping path here. So it will try to access the index.html on each of the EC2 instances after every 30 seconds. So that is the meaning of interval here. And healthy threshold means that it is going to check for 10 times to declare it healthy. So in total it will take 30 multiplied by 10 equal to 300 seconds to declare if the EC2 instance is healthy or not. So the same is the thing for unhealthy threshold. So it is going to check for 2 times if the EC2 instance is healthy or not. So 30 multiplied by 2 equal to 60 seconds. So for the purpose of this demo, I am reducing the healthy threshold number here to 2. Next I click on the add instances button. So I'll add both the EC2 instance that I have created. Next add tags. So this is purely optional and we can select we can give adds to the application load balance or choose not to provide any tags here. And the last step is to review and create. So here we get a snapshot of all the steps all the steps we have gone through while creating the load balancer. Next I'll hit on create button. So we get a message that we have successfully created the load balancer. So I'll click on the close button. So you can see the load balancer is getting provisioned for us. So you can get the DNS name of the load balancer by clicking on the description tab here. So this is the DNS name of the load balancer. So we will go to check the status of the instances associated with the load balancer by clicking on the instances tab here. So it says out of service. So we'll have to wait for a minute or two for this EC2 instance to come into service. Since the load balancer is going to register this these EC2 instances and then also going to run health checks on this. So we'll wait for a minute or two till the time these instances come into service. So you can see the status of EC2 instances is in service now. So I'll go to the description tab and copy the DNS name of the application the Elastic Load Balancer here. I'll paste that into the browser. So you can see it is routing the request to web server 1. Now clicking it back again. So it has routed the request now to web server 2. So web server 1. So you can see that it is routing the request in a round robin fashion. So this is it, guys. This is how classic load balancer works. Thanks.